What's going on, people? I am Sawyer, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I am joined by co-host Journey to be Great and a special guest, Lovejoy. On this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within the community through using the power of conversation. Hopefully, our audience is doing well. And y'all don't forget, man, if y'all like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe because we be dropping the hits, man. Y'all let us know what y'all want us to talk about too, because we'll cover that too. But today's topic is going to be about what it means to be a good person, or at least in our opinion, anyway. And also, Journey has a story she's going to share with us about an experience she had, and we're going to call that "Should he have gotten the number, the digits?" No. So anyway, we're going to start with that one first. So talk to us, Journey. What you got?
Okay, so Friday, I went to go visit my amazing mother. And when I pulled up, her neighbor was outside. He was outside with his stepson, and they was talking, having a conversation. I spoke to the neighbor, little minor back and forth. He introduced his son. I spoke, went to go visit my mom, kicked it with her for a minute, and I left. And so as I was leaving out, the stepson, he approached me. He introduced himself, gave me his name,
Okay.
asked was I married. Just a little small talk. He seems like a nice guy, spoke well. He's nice looking. And he was feeling me. So I was kind of feeling
Okay.
him.
Now don't try to
However,
downplay it. You liked him too.
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
until and I will
Uh-oh.
explain that. So again, we were talking, we had a nice little vibe going. And he said he's from Mississippi. He moved down here to be closer to his children. I said, okay, again, I have children, so that's not a deal breaker for me. So got to talking a little bit more, and I was like, okay, how old are your children? And that's like when the record stopped, when you hit a little scratch or whatever. That's when that came about. He told me his children were 3 years old and 4 months.
Oh,
Mm.
So I was like, no, sir. It was very nice meeting you.
he been recently swimming in that thing. Okay.
It was nice meeting you, sir. Have a good night. And that was it. Because he was like, can I call you sometime? I was like, you know what? I got something going on. I know. He's like,
There you
well,
go.
you.
There you go. For the bullshit. For the bullshit.
He was like, well, can I get your number? I was like, no. I said, but it was very nice meeting you, though. It was very nice meeting, nice conversation. No, you have a good night.
Mm.
So, with that being said, in y'all opinion, should I have at least tried to have another conversation with him? But like that whole thing, 4 months, like 4 months. Okay. Like you got a 3 year old, that's kind of like, okay, 3 year old, okay, 3 years. 4 months though, like this baby is fresh out the womb.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He fresh out of that thing too. Yeah, that's what you saying.
yeah, that just threw up some red flags for me. So, what do y'all think?
Love Joe, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one here.
I say you could have gave him the number and just kind of had a second conversation. Not so much that, all right, we about to get together type of thing, but maybe ask how did this 4-month-old situation come about? And then made that choice to say, no, this is not for me. Because I understand. I talked to a guy who the baby wasn't even a full month yet. And I was like,
Oh.
oh no, like, oh no. I think the baby was like 21 days old. So I understand, like, you're not fully over that situation. And I'm not about to insert myself into something that the baby not even one yet. So I understand
Yeah.
not giving it, but maybe a second conversation wouldn't have hurt.
Okay.
For me, I don't know. It's such a hard thing because I have a child too. So it's like one of those things where I'm on both sides of the fence. Like I understand. Like if I was him, I would have been like, come on now. Come on, babe. Come on. But then at the same time, I'm thinking if I'm already got my kids pretty much out of there, almost out of there, do I really want to start over again? Trying to, because I know you're gonna have to be a part of, you're gonna have to be a part of the other person's children, especially if it gets serious. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I completely understand. So for me, I can't say if you made the right decision or not. But maybe you dodged a bullet, maybe you dodged a good man, but at the same time, he might have a lot of things still going on, especially with a 4 month old. He ain't no tell. Do you know if they're from the same woman?
I didn't even make it to that question.
Oh, you was
So,
out there.
yeah,
You
I
was
was
out there.
Right. That was the second conversation that was needed.
yeah, when I heard the 4 months, so yeah, I was out of there. So, yeah.
Well, my guy, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Sorry. There's some more out there. Let's keep going. So anyway, that leads me into the next conversational topic, and this is one that has been super controversial. It just touched me to want to talk about it a little bit. I'm gonna talk to you guys about what it means to be a good person. Now, some of this is gonna be my opinion, other parts of it's gonna be from stuff that I read online. Y'all just bear with me. So, what is a good person? We know what a person is, so let's go to what good means. So let's look at the definition of good. So, good by definition is to be desired or approved of. Let's go to the next things. Having the qualities required for a particular role. Are y'all following?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
Okay. So let's go to how do you express goodness? Goodness is expressed, according to NewYorkTimes.com, through loving kindness, generosity of spirit and deed, and the thoughtful consideration of others. It can be as simple as offering to let someone ahead of you in line, and as complicated as making year-long sacrifices of your freedom because someone else you love needs your help. So when I was looking at all of this, I was thinking to myself, so good is basically an act. So a person can be good based upon what they do and what they provide.
Right.
So it's no such thing as a good person. Y'all tracking?
Okay, I'm a little off track with that.
You lost me on the end. Yeah.
Oh, check this out.
Yeah.
To be a good person, that means that you have to provide a benefit or an advantage to someone else, right?
Okay.
That's something you have to choose to get up and do every single day.
Right.
So you have to choose to be good every day. But say, for example, you do good things, so you consider to be a good person Monday through Wednesday. But say you decide Thursday and Friday, you're going to take off. Are you still a good person? I'm just saying, are you still a good person?
Well, I think it's just something kind of like innate quality that you have. Like, I feel like if it's just in you, it just naturally comes out. And I don't feel like you automatically choose, well, I was good 3 days, so the next few days I'm just be a butthole. I just think it just kind of naturally comes about if that's your heart.
Okay.
Because like for
Right.
me, doing kind acts or whatever, like I went in Walmart and they had several horrible buggies, but I continue pulling them out, and people that were behind me, I was passing out buggies today. So I guess somewhat I'm a good person because I volunteered to pass out buggies some kind of way.
But check this out. Check this out. Does that really mean you're a good person, or did you just make a good decision so people perceive you as a good person? Think about it. Think about it. Goodness is expressed, but all the time you may not be thinking about doing, quote, good things.
And I get that, but it can be depending on the person. Like your spouse could think you're a good person, or your kids could think you're a good person, but your coworkers at work could think you're a horrible person. So who determines if you're a good person?
Which is the reason why I just said, is there really a such thing as a good person? Is there such thing as a bad person? Well, how do you determine if they're bad?
I guess it's a matter of perspective.
It can't be. It's got to be action.
Yeah.
Because think about it. No, you're right, though. It is perspective. But I'm saying somebody gonna murder somebody, you automatically think, oh, that's a bad person. Is that a bad person? Or did they just make a bad decision? So since you saw the bad decision that they made, they could have been great to their kids. They could have been great growing up, but they made that one decision. Does that make them a bad person?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
All in all, what I'm saying is you have to choose to be a good person every day. There's no such thing as just an automatic good person, because it's like Lovejoy said, you could be great at home, horrible at work. So you got one group of people saying, oh, you're great, or you're a good person. Then another group saying, I hate this person.
Yeah, I get that. That's kind of like when you have like those certain situations where take the mass shootings and the parents like, well, they were a good person and everybody loved them, but not to the people that they go to school with. They think that this person's a monster. So I get what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying it's not a. I should rephrase this. I'm not saying there are no good people. I don't want to say that, but I'm saying to be a good person, you have to get up and choose to do that every day.
Okay, that's a better explanation, because it's almost like you were like, there are no good people in the world.
Right. I'm like, well, what are we doing then?
Yeah, so I was like, that's kind of, that's a big stretch, don't you think?
Look, no, I had to position it that way to make y'all see what I was trying to say. Because let's go to the Webster Dictionary. And I just typed in, what is the definition of a good person? It says an honest person, right? But you're not honest all the time. So say you lied yesterday, but you told the truth today. Are you a good person? Or were you bad when you lied and you was good when you told the truth?
Yeah.
Think about it. Helpful. You helping out giving buggies today. You might not get nobody no buggy tomorrow. You might be out of luck.
Look, I may be pressed for time. I can't pass that buggy.
Hey, bad person. She didn't stop to get that buggy for me. But no, because I just wanted y'all to think, man. I want the listeners to think too. Like sometimes we gotta really think outside the box because I used to think that generally speaking, certain groups were good and certain groups were bad, but that's not true. If you make bad decisions, people perceive you as a bad person. If you make good decisions,
Mhm.
they perceive you as a good person. And if you're consistently making bad decisions, then people say, "Oh, that's a horrible person," because they know you for is bad decisions. And then if you're consistently
Hmm.
making good decisions, people say, "Oh, that's a great person." Then you have all these people vouching for you because you've made good decisions with so many people.
Yeah.
I
Haha,
get
got y'all thinking today. Okay, let's go.
that.
What y'all think, man? Like, what y'all think about it? I mean, y'all think, I mean, it got y'all going, or y'all like, nah, whatever.
No, no,
No,
it does. It is. It's definitely mind work. So thank you for sharing that.
No
yeah,
problem.
it makes you think. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, well, I want to ask the listeners: have you guys ever thought about it like that? Or were you just kind of blanket thinking like I was, like there's some good people, there's some bad people? Or were you thinking, nah, it really depends on how you move every single day? And also, do y'all think Journey was wrong for not giving that man her number? Y'all,
Is she a good person for
right?
not
Is
giving
she a
him
yeah,
Right.
is she a bad person for not giving
Or am I a
that
bad person because I didn't give it out?
man? But yeah, that's what we got for you guys today. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Of course, we're gonna keep trying to bring y'all this heat. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'll get right to it. I am Swaver, joined by Journey to Be Great, special guest Love Joy. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. Until next time, peace.